Hey everyone, Ren'Py here, and we're going to be playing Behemoth's Curse again, and this time it's Act 2, and it's been developed by Night Fox Works, and you find it over at itch.io. I have a link down below, maybe, I don't remember, if the game can be shown. Yeah, actually, you know, I can show it. I don't think there's anything on the page, but yeah, so it involves SCP-682, and I don't remember what we did the last time, but we're just going to get into it. End of Act 1. Act 2. Somehow the two of us get back to my apartment without anyone noticing us. She's so large that her head nearly touches the ceiling. First order of business is getting her into the shower before she tracks mud and grime everywhere. Shower! Aw, we're washing her hair. Aw, look at that. We're being helpful. Once again, these barely fit me. I feel like they'll rip if I have to run in them. Well, we got a nice big old hips there. That is a distinct possibility. Maybe it was done on purpose. What are these other two things in this bag? Ah, the jacket and the thigh highs. One's to help cover your arms and shoulders. The other does likewise for your legs. Is what I have on not enough already? Are you trying to dress me up like a doll? I thought you wanted clothes. I mean, she doesn't need the jacket or stockings. Yeah. Maybe you're right. The jacket and stockings were extras I got because I thought you'd look cute in them. So you do think I'm a plaything then? Looks how you like being played with. No, wait. Oops. Oh, there goes my heart. Death Cat. Wait, Death Cat. What? I've died 3 times. Order her to put them on. Sure, we'll just boss her around. No, but if you don't put them on, I'll take them all away. Won't she just kill us anyway? You think you have the ability, nay, the impudence to deign to tell me what to do? I do. So what's it gonna be? Clothes or no clothes? I don't know, looks like she's coming around. Fine. Hey, not bad. I like it. There, happy? I am, yes. It looks good on you. As if your opinion matters. I am an apex being. I always look good. Oh, your tail's wagging. I think you definitely like. So what happens now? Now we use what little money I have left to get us both some food. Why not just take what we need? Outside of my captors, no one can stop me. Because it's not right to just take things in human society. But she's not human. Yeah, but I am not human. Your laws and preconceived notions do not apply to me. Look, if you go around stealing and breaking things, eventually someone's gonna call the cops. And it's a short walk from the cops showing up to your captors appearing as well. Do you really want that? No. Good. Let's go shopping together. Though you'll need a name for appearance's sake. I suppose since you cannot say my actual name, I'll permit you to offer one you can. Oh. Yeah, I like 682. We're just gonna call her that. How about 682? I suppose it will do. Nice. I presume I should call you Ava Pilot as well, for appearance's sake, as you put it. That would be ideal. Now that that's settled, let's go. Where are we going? My limited funds, I can only afford to take 682 to a few places in town. Cheapest would be Bendy's, but I'm not sure if 682 would appreciate fast food. Middle option would be the same butcher I've been getting her food from this entire time. Then there's the most expensive option. Take 682 to a sit-down restaurant. I could barely afford a nice dinner at a place like that to begin with when it's just me. But with 682 too, I'd basically blow through all my meager savings in one go. I fear the best course of action would be to rotate through each of the 3. That way we don't become too much of a regular at any one place in particular. We might as well start with the butcher's. 682's eyes light up as we step into the butcher's shop and the smell of raw meat hits us. She tries to hide her excitement, but that wagging tail doesn't lie. Oh, be over there. 682 immediately goes to inspect some of the prime cuts on display as I move to talk to the butcher themselves. Yeah, I think this was the best place to take her. She definitely likes all the meat. Hey, Pilot, is this the wildlife you were feeding? There's no point in hiding the truth, so yes. Well, no wonder you needed so much meat. She's huge. Not so loud, she'll hear you. I glance over at 682 to see her wiping the corner of her mouth as she continues to stare at the meats. No danger of that, I think. What sort of meat would you like this time? The usual stuff will run you about $42.67, but if you want what she's fixated on, first she lists off a total that's about as much as I have in my bank account right now. I look back to 682, the choice cuts. I was going to complain, but seeing 682's tail wag convinces me she deserves the best. Definitely the best, only the best for 682. I'll take your best stuff. Very well, pull it away so I can wrap it all up before she drools on it. You're really getting me all of that? Yep, I'll have to ration it out until I get my next paycheck. When's that? A couple days from now, hopefully. I resist the urge to feast then. Both I and my wallet thank you. I let 682 carry our rat meat home, mostly because it's cute. Hey, I didn't notice. We have a Switch. Haha, awesome. I actually just saw the Switch 2 in Walmart today. Or at least the games I saw. I was like, huh. They went with red cases this time, it looked. Or at least maybe red label around the edges. I don't know. I almost bought one too. If I actually saw the Switch 2, I would have picked it up. I would have just been like, yeah, fuck it. Put on one of my cards. That way the wife doesn't know. But I was a good boy today. Instead, I just bought a bunch of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle action figures to put in my collection. Oh my god. By the time we get home, I'm terribly tired. I still have a yawn as I turn to 682. I'm gonna get some sleep. Feel free to make yourself comfortable wherever you like. I suppose this is more comfortable than the cave was. Be thankful that our meal was left me sated. I will not eat you in your sleep. Oh, thank you. That's the nicest thing you've said to me, I think. Shut up and go rest before I change my mind. There we go. That's the 682 I've come to expect. Expect and respect. I returned to my bedroom after a quick shower. I would have invited 682 in, but I only have a twin-sized bed. You should have just gave her the bed then. Plus, I'm not so sure said bed could take both our weights at once. Hey, I had a twin bed. It can hold two people's weight. Still, I try to fall asleep with one eye open, just in case 682 changes her mind about eating me. Sleep takes me with minimal effort. My dream is odd to say the least. I'm galloping through the forest as if I were a deer, heart racing as I try to escape something. 682? When I turn my head to look, all I see are 682's multiple glowing eyes and toothy maw floating behind me. Eventually, I run out of steam, and 682 catches up to me. I brace myself and close my eyes, expecting the end. Except instead of pain and death, I feel a very different sensation instead. Pleasure. My eyes snap open and immediately identify the source of that feeling. Suffice to say, it's hard for me to fall back asleep after that. Luckily, I'm the type of person who has a fully remote job. That means I can supervise 682's work, and generally have time to do a little research over the following week. 682 just remains asleep and sprawled out across the couch most of the time as I type away on my laptop. First thing I look up when I have free time is any news articles involving 682. Thankfully, it doesn't seem like anyone's caught on to us yet. Next, I check social media specifically focused on the town I live in. A few people have posted quick phone snaps of 682 and I walking around. Some commenters consider me lucky and wish they were me. Others wonder how long it took me to make the cosplay that 682 is wearing. Only one person seems to be truly alarmed that 682 is walking around. He's a conspiracy nut, so I write him off for the time being. That just leaves me with one sleepy lizard girl on my couch. I try to put a blanket over her, even if she probably doesn't need it. Her lower and upper eyes crack open to look at me. That is weird. What are you doing? I just thought I'd make sure you were warm. And you thought a simple quilt of fibers would do that? I mean, it works for me. You know, the more time I spend around you, the more I realize you don't actually have a plan. That's right, I don't have a plan. Ever since meeting me, you've just been winging it, as the expression goes. That's not entirely incorrect. This is exactly what I mean. You act without a care in the world. Remember what I told you back in the cave? My story cannot be rewritten. Yet you continue to act as if my captors will never find us. And when they do, I'm confident you'll be imprisoned as well. Why is that? As I've made abundantly clear time and time again, humans do not tend to last long around me. So the fact that you've lived this long is enough for an anomaly for them to want to study. Although... Close your eyes in contemplation, as if searching for the right words. No, I would have noticed if that was the case. Noticed what? Nothing. Never you mind. What I'm getting at is that this current situation cannot last for long. They always find me. Even though I'm being more subtle than usual in this form, it's only a matter of time. I need to plan out what to do when my captors come knocking. Ah, it's my turn to notice something. For someone who doesn't care for humanity, you sure seem to care about me to some degree. I merely haven't decided to eat you yet. And what was that experience a few nights ago? You know, the one where you snuck into... Well, I thought it was a dream. I guess it wasn't a dream. I merely had need that needed to be sated. Not my fault that you cannot understand the whims and thinking of a being such as I. Right. Well, to continue the previous point, I think what we do is obvious. Your captors come knocking, we simply run. That's it? That's your grand plan for rewriting my story? As you said, I'm winging it. That's the kind of person I am. No doubt. Fine, I suppose running is always an option. I'm glad you agree. I'm gonna go get something to eat once I wrap up work here. Oh, there goes the tail again. Food does sound good right now. This conversation is not over. Okay. I figure that if we go to Bendy's this week, I can afford to take 682 to Bolive Court next week. Bolive Carden. I love it. I'm pretty sure she's never had fast food before. Or, well, not that wasn't running and screaming from her. Everything's normal in the Bendy's lobby until 682 enters behind me. At that point, everyone's eyes goes to the giant lizard woman in my wake. Luckily, it doesn't seem anyone's actually alarmed by her presence. Over some of the patrons wondering how 682's cosplay tail works as I step up to the counter. Welcome to Bendy's. How may I serve you? I'll have a number 2, no onions, no pickles. And for her, I look over my shoulder and up to study 682's face. How hungry are you, 682? This is the best place you can afford? We couldn't have gone to the butcher's again? Sadly, no. They weren't running a sale this week like last time. This is so beneath me. Order me double of whatever you're getting. You heard her. Make that 3 number 2s. That'll be $18.46. Your order is number 13. I pay the guy, grab my receipt, and motion for 682 to follow me to her booth. She barely fits it in the space between the booth and the table, but somehow she manages after shrinking a bit. Are the clothes that expensive that we had to come here of all places? No, it's just what I can reasonably afford after feeding you for a week. I suppose I should be thankful for the continued meals. Even if I can smell that the food is extremely low quality. But convenient, and still tasty. Yeah, I wish I could afford something better. Right now, this is what we'll have to live with. Who knew that humans could be even more disgusting? No self-respecting living being should be eating this slop. Hey! Actually, I have to agree. But it's still tasty. Oh, how the mighty have fallen. Just then, the server arrives with our food. I pass 2 of the burgers over to 682 before taking one for myself. She sniffs at the burgers, grimaces, then takes a bite. I suppose once you get past the rancid toppings, it has some flavor. At least you haven't had to eat this every day like I've had to sometimes. I bite into my burger and immediately recoil. There's onions and pickles on it. Ew. What's wrong? Is your food somehow worse than mine? They left on toppings they weren't supposed to add. It's fine, I'll pick them off. You mean to say they could not follow the simple instructions you gave? Perhaps they will listen to my instructions. What you gonna do? She gets up and starts making her way to the counter. Uh-oh. Should I stop her? Do your thing. I quietly pray that this isn't about to turn into a bloodbath as 682 grows larger and approaches the counter. You there, knave. My companion deliberately asked for no pickles and no onions. And yet you include both of them. What have you to say for yourself? Oh, our mistake. We'll get you a fresh burger right away. Not good enough. You will prostrate yourself before my companion. Else there will be consequences. Ma'am, this is a Bendy's. The best I can do is refund the cost of the burger in addition to getting you a new one. Then you will do so quickly before I lose my already stained patience. Right away, ma'am. Here, your burger and the money you paid for it. Thanks. Though everyone's staring at us now. They were already doing that. If you're that worried about it, finish your food quickly so we can leave. If there's anything wrong with your new burger, I will tear this place asunder. The rest of the meal is passed in silence, as I dare not mention that my patty is slightly overcooked. By the time we get home, 682 is in a much better mood. She eyes my TV and gaming console before pointing at it curiously. What's the purpose of this device? It's just to play video games. I don't suppose you've ever played one. Think about what you just said. When would I have had time to play any games? Other than mind games with my captors. Fair point. Then maybe I should teach you. Though I'll have to go easy on you. You will do no such thing. Do not insult me by handicapping yourself. Alright, fine. Guess we'll play this one first. I hand 682 a controller and explain what each button does. She listens intently, never once asking me to repeat any explanations. What is the point of this particular game? For my car to hit the ball into the goal and get most points. Oh, you're playing Rocket League? Oh my god. I mean, what is the point of playing? What reward do you get from winning? You have fun and get to feel a sense of accomplishment? So it's merely a time waster. There is no point. I mean, if you enjoy the time spent, is it really wasted? Alright then, what if I make things interesting? If you can beat me in a best of 5 match, I'll get you a nice big dinner with my next paycheck. Which, didn't we already plan on doing that? Take you to that nice restaurant? You dare to think you can still tempt me with food like some common beast? I mean, if you don't want to play, I suppose we just do bendies the next time we go out. You said best of 5? I may not be the best Missile League player, but compared to 682, I might as well be an expert. At least for the first 2 games. The longer we play, the more 682 adapts, both literally and metaphorically. Her hands deform and reshape to give her perfect grip and mastery of her controller. Her multiple eyes open up and track not only her screen, but mine as well. Technically, I could tell her to stop screen sniping, but I don't for one very important reason. The reason, of course, being that she's smiling. Oh, I thought because she could kill us. Even such simple, mindless, pointless game like this, 682 is having fun. I just hope I haven't unleashed hell upon future multiplayer lobbies by teaching her how to play. Eventually she wins our little contest 3-2. There, I did it. I beat you at your own game. Now you will take me somewhere decent, yes? Well, that was a bet, yes, but I don't get paid for a few more days. Great, what am I supposed to do until then? We could try another game if you like. I suppose I have nothing else better to do. What's this Light Souls game you about? Oh boy, this is gonna be a doozy. Anything normal in the Boliv garden lobby until 682 walks in behind me. The eyes of the host at the entrance podium go wide as he inclines his head to look up at 682's face. Welcome to Boliv garden. Table for two? That would be great, thanks. We're led to a table with chairs in a part of the restaurant that was clearly not in use moments ago. 682 has to use 2 chairs due to her size and her tail, and even then I can tell she's not comfortable. I'm beginning to wonder if I should shrink myself. Maybe this wouldn't be so damn annoying. I don't know, I think you're perfect at the moment. What? What? I'm starting to suspect your warped sense and warped taste include women larger than you. No comment. Should we figure out what we want to order? Jova's browsed through the menus the host left for us. 682 never asked for help reading or for recommendations, so I assume she's doing fine on her own. Eventually, a waitress stops by our table. She looks nervous as hell and keeps glancing at 682. Thanks for coming by today. What can I get started for you? I'll have the penne alla rib. I can't do that. Your finest breadsticks and whatever passes for roughage in this place. Roughage? Roughage. Whatever spelling you humans use these days. Fiber. Vegetables. We have a salad. Do you know who I am? No, sorry. Mere salad will not suffice. I require something more grand. The poor waitress looks to me for help. Should I save her? Help her order. What she means to say is that she needs a large salad, not the usual portion. 682 glares at me but doesn't speak further. Alright, and for you, sir? I'll have the chicken Alfredo, lunch portion, if you don't mind. Got it. I'll be back shortly. Well, now that is over. Why have you brought me here? Because you deserve a good meal? And yet we both know everything I just ordered is double, if not triple, of what you asked for. Does that not bother you? Does it bother me? Not really. I more or less accepted the fact that I had to budget for 2 ever since meeting you. Just means I can't eat as much until my next paycheck comes in. You humans confuse me sometimes. Granted, you're an intellect far beneath mine. I suppose it would be like asking you to understand an ant. I suppose an ant is rather simple, and yet I don't presume to know how its brain works. Precisely, you do not question the actions of an ant, so I should stop questioning your actions as well. That's actually rather profound. Of course it is, I said it after all. You may be mere ant, but you can be educated. Thanks, I guess. Do not thank me. This should be common knowledge for all living things. Then again, I suppose he didn't probably make you to begin with. For I can ask what she means our food arrives. The poor waitress has to have a second one help her set all the dishes down in front of 682. Icing on the plate looks meager in comparison to the feast on the other side of the table. Still, at least 682 is smiling. That makes it worth it. Even if my poor wallet has been decimated. It's late when we get back to Boliv garden. Boliv garden. Damn it. 682 drops onto the couch and dozes off within minutes. Sometimes I wish I could harness her ability to adapt like that. As for me, I'll be up a while yet based on my sleep schedule. That means I can double check to see if 682's been showing up in the news recently. Thankfully, the local news outlet doesn't have a single story about her, even at the the Bendy's. There's a video of 682 and I at Bendy's on Face Novel. The angle is rushed and you can't really see much. Uh-oh. One commenter even had the gall to say even the Blair Witch Project had a steadier camera. So far, so good. I'm not ready to write off 682's captors just yet, though. They're as tenacious as she claims. It could be that they're lying in wait for the perfect moment to strike. I may sometimes be an optimist, but I doubt we'll be able to hide forever. I just hope the social media posts won't go viral or reach too far outside of our little town. For now, I head to bed with a large yawn. I hear the creaking of stairs just before I pass the threshold into dreamland. However, rather than ambush me again, 682 just picks up the covers and slides in next to me. Got tired of your couch. Be grateful that we will be sharing a bed. I could always swap and take the couch so you can have the bed for yourself. Shut up before I change my mind. Yes, ma'am. 682 bounds into the butcher shop like a child being let loose into a candy store. She once again gravitates to the choice cuts, tail fluttering back and forth. Back again so soon, Ava Pilot? Yeah, 682 here is like a black hole with how much she eats. Well, I have good news for you. We're running a sale this week. Those cuts she seems to prefer are half off right now. How can I pass up such a great deal? I'll take the lot. Very good. Distract your wildlife for a bit while I wrap it all up. You got me the expensive stuff again? Why? Because it was on sale, so I figured, why not? I wonder if that means something is wrong with the meat. Though I could not sense anything wrong with it. I glance at the butcher, keenly aware that they can hear our conversation. Then it's fine. Sometimes a sale is just meant to move product or make extra money. If you say so, more meat for me. Full of energy from all our meat 682 beelines for the TV to play more Light Souls. Soon I get a front row seat to her learning how very unforgiving this particular game series can be. Oh, come on. That was nowhere near my hitbox. This game is defective. Why would anyone play this garbage? I do have other games that are easier. Don't you dare finish that sentence. I can beat this game, just like I've beaten everything else that's ever been thrown at me. How about a hint or a word of advice then? Very well, I will. This one time. Accept your help in this matter. The AoE attack that downed you, you have to iframe it. It hits the whole room regardless of what the graphics say. Maybe I should go after the developers of this trash instead of my captors. If you're not having fun, I am having fun. You know this game is absolute bullshit. Yep, I've created a monster. Here again? There's nowhere better we could have gone? Now that's in my budget this week. Why not a Burger King? Alternative. Then let's hope they get your order right this time. Otherwise, it doesn't have to clear a sentence for me to understand how dangerous this could be. Welcome to Ben. The server scrunches up his face as he looks up at 682. Ah, it's you two again. Is that a problem? No, we can get you started for you. I'll have a number one. No pickles, no onions. I turn in motion for 682 to make her order. I'll take a double, triple bossy deluxe on a raft, 4x4 animal style, extra shingles with a shimmy, light axle grease. Make it cry, burn it, and let it swim. What the fuck? Server and I stare in amazement at 682. I see you know about our secret menu, though no one's ever been so thorough. Consider a test of your attention to detail after the last time we were here. The glare she gives the poor sod is so potent that even seeing it secondhand makes me wince. Right away, ma'am. That'll be $26.69. Your order is number 13. Once again, 682 squeezes into a booth opposite me. I'm surprised you ordered all that, given they couldn't even get my simple order right the last time. What we got last time was insufficient for my hunger. Besides, they dare not cross me a second time. For everyone's sake, I hope you're right. There's a stark difference in our burger size when our meal arrives. Mine is a simple patty with lettuce and condiments. 682's meal is a monstrous stack of beef and cheese piled high with toppings and using toast instead of buns. Even for her, it seems utterly excessive. Well, the good news is they got my order right. What about yours? 682 inspects the burger carefully before smiling. Mine's correct as well. They even remembered the pickles. Good. But how do you expect to bite down on something that big? Her mouth opens far wider than any humans ever could, exposing her deadly rows of fangs. Must you really ask? No, I suppose not. We eat our meal in silence. I note a few people staring at 682 in amazement as she devours her stack. Hopefully the extra attention won't be an issue. Huh. What's up? I didn't think about murdering you the entire day. Thanks? Usually I'm coming up with delightful ways to pay you back for everything you've done. But for once, I think I have to say something I haven't said in a very long time. That being, thank you. My giant murder lizard can't possibly be this cute. You're welcome. Wanna play more Missile League? Sure. I no longer stand a chance against her, but we have plenty of fun all the same. Once we get settled in and place our order, I decided to bring up something 682 said last time we were here. Last time we were here, you said he didn't make me right to begin with. What does that mean? I mean the being you would call God deliberately made humans to be flawed. They lack free will and knowledge, at least until the serpent offered the apple. I didn't take you as a religious type. I'm not. But I can assure you that God is a real being. I've met them. You met God? I met many beings that your pathetic consciousness would register as godly. Just because you can only perceive part of their extra-dimensional form does not make them all-knowing. Nor does it make them all-powerful. Though I have a particular bone to pick with him. Before we can inquire further, our food arrives. We enjoy a good meal together thanks to the noble sacrifice of my wallet. Eventually, something I'm dreading comes to pass. I try to break the news to 682, but she doesn't take it well. You said your work was fully remote. Why are they calling you into the office? The CEO is really trying to push people to return to the office. It's a stupid and costly idea, but I can't refuse them. Why not simply quit, or tell your CEO to, as you humans say, shove it? I don't exactly have another job lined up if I quit or get fired. I'm already living paycheck to paycheck, especially since you arrived. You humans, instead of advancing as a society, you shackle yourselves into servitude. Though I'm honestly not surprised. Humans are dead simple to manipulate. We are. Well, manipulation or not, I've got to go to the office today. Can you survive on your own until I get back? I have survived until now without your assistance. A few hours is nothing. You say that, but I half expect to return to our ruined apartment. You really think so little of me that you must treat me like a common pet? No, I don't. But I really have to get going. See you later. 62 watches me go as I hop on my bike and begin the trek into the office. Once there, I'm treated to mind-numbing meetings and worthless gossip. The very things remote work did away with and made working tolerable. It's therefore with great relief that I clock out at 5 p.m. and head home. 682, I'm home. No reply. In fact, there's no sign of 682 anywhere in my apartment. She even left behind her clothing on the couch. Where could she have gone? Did she ditch me? I don't have the energy to go searching for her after a long day at work. All I can do is hope she'll turn up sooner rather than later. It's getting late. Hope 682 is alright. I'm about to turn in for the evening when there's a thud at my front door. Then another. Unsure of what or who to expect, I cautiously peer through the peephole. On the other side of the door is 682, covered in blood. I scramble for the locks and I hurry her inside. Please tell me that isn't human blood. Somehow, I managed to drag myself to the shower after that. Later that night, I get a phone call. Normally, I would let it go to voicemail, There's something very real possibility it's work-related. It wouldn't be the first time I got such a call, even if I don't get paid to be on call. However, when I look at the phone screen, I see it's from a restricted number. A scam, perhaps? Let the phone ring as 682 opens an eye to look at me. No one ever told you that your ringtone is a war crime? This coming from the 8-foot-tall lizard murder lizard? I'm 8.5 feet tall, thank you very much. Yeah, because you just grew 6 inches. That's cheating. The person on the other end of the phone call doesn't leave a voicemail. Instead, they call again. And again. You might as well answer it at this point. Well, let's see what's so urgent. The voice on the other end of the line is feminine and speaks with authority. Hello, Mr. Thompson. Thank you for finally picking up the phone. Who is this? What do you want? My name is none of your concern, Mr. Thompson. I'm calling about an escaped prisoner that I believe you know the whereabouts of. I glance wide at 682, but still try to keep my cool. I don't know what you're talking about. I live alone and haven't encountered any prisoner. I see. This phone call was mostly a formality. Tomorrow morning, I will be stopping by your residence to talk further. Good night, Mr. Thompson. The line goes dead. I knew it. They found us. We need to leave, now. Are you sure that's wise? I mean, they could have just barged in here tonight without calling me. Maybe they just want to talk. That isn't their style when it comes to me. This is a trap, plain and simple. We need to go. Run away. You're right, we need to get the hell out of here. Let me throw together a quick go bag, then we're leaving. Where are we going? Anywhere is better than here. Agreed. Do not worry about food. I can hunt enough for the 2 of us. Pack only what you need to survive. Got it. As you suspected, ma'am, both targets have fled the scene. But because they expect us to get violent. To be fair, wasn't that the plan if your chat in the morning didn't pan out? Yes, but now they've forced our hand. Track them best you can. Perhaps we can still do this minimal casualties. End of Act 2. Alright, so that was Act 2 of Behemoth's Curse. I'm loving the story. I like the art a lot. Night Fox Works does really good work on their games. You know, they have the Five Nights at Freddy's 1 and 2. They have the one I just did, Mallow. I love, or not Mallow, but Mallowvent. Love that one. Yeah, so this is great. But on that note, oh, and I guess if you want to see the scenes that I'm cutting out of this, go over to Patreon. You'll find them there. And yeah, on that note, you have yourselves a good one, and I will see you later.